Hi, my name is Keisha Hudson, and I'm the Dean of Business and Public Service Technologies at Atlanta Technical College. And I am thrilled to be able to have the opportunity to interview one of our fabulous alumni, Ms. Tiffany Cannon. And she's here to share with us about her time and experiences at Atlanta Technical College and about life after Atlanta Technical College. So let's get started. So Tiffany, again, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course, it's a pleasure. So why Atlanta Technical College?
So for me, I actually started at Georgia State. So when I got into our apprenticeship program for Anthem, but it's called Elevance Health now, Mr. Muncie, who's our program manager, had a connection with Atlanta Tech. So that's how I got started with Atlanta Tech.
Oh, so it was all about connections.
Yes, everything's about connections.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, tell us about your experience here. You decided you started at another college and then you transitioned here. So what was that like?
The whole process was a mess for me. But and all in all, it was a good process. I actually got to connect with a lot of professors here who are like mentors to me now with my career. And if I needed anything like references or anything, they're willing to give it to me. So it's been a great experience.
Okay, wonderful. How were your classes? What were they like?
So for me, I started here during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
So we was online, which was perfect. Perfect for me. And then I think 2020, what year we in? 24? 23, I think that's when I took my last 2-3 classes online. I mean, not online, on campus. But I really didn't show up. That was just my fault. That work-life balance was not working for me. But
Well, it was a pandemic. So.
Yeah, it wasn't working. But I got through it. The classes were great. I had some hiccups here and there due to health issues, family issues, but the professors were okay and willing for me to make up the work that I needed.
Okay. Well, we were talking about the professors, and I was amiss to not ask you what the program was.
So I do cybersecurity.
Okay.
So that's what my major was, cybersecurity, information technology.
What made you choose that?
So this is a crazy story.
Okay, I like crazy stories.
So first, I actually was doing criminal justice. That's why I was going to Georgia State. But then I wanted to do digital forensics, so I had to have a background in cybersecurity. So when I heard about our apprenticeship program, I switched over to the IT field, which got me here.
Oh, okay. So from criminal to
cyber.
Cyber. Okay. Well, they're related. They're related. So what you mentioned starting during the pandemic, which I imagine is a challenge in and of itself, but can you talk more about the challenges that you had to overcome?
One would be the work-life balance because I was working. I just started working for the company I work with now. I've been there for 4 years. Trying to figure out that life schedule on top of doing schoolwork, being on time for those school meetings that we had online on top of work.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was a mess. We figured it out at some point, but like closer to the end of the pandemic, I kind of balanced it out of trying to get my work done 2 weeks in advance so I didn't have to really worry about it.
Okay.
And a lot of professors were okay with it because they knew the programs that we were in and knew that we worked between those hours, so we had to fit it in some way, somehow.
Okay. So, are there any like specific tools or processes that you put into place? Because I'm sure a lot of people struggle with work-life balance. So, any specific tips you could tell students?
Do your work 2 weeks in advance. or if you get up early sometimes, you can actually get your work done either that Thursday or Friday because most work was due that Sunday night, literally at 11:59, which was crazy. But either do it 2 weeks in advance because most times professors open up the class. Some professors open up the whole class and just say, do whatever you need to do to finish, be done with it. And then some professors, if you talk to them, they'll open up 2 weeks in advance to let you go ahead and get that done and then open up the other part another 2 weeks in advance.
So don't procrastinate.
Yeah.
That would be.
I'm great at procrastinating.
Okay. So let's kind of fast forward into your current career. Does it, well, it does align with what you studied here, correct?
Yes.
So how exactly, what you learned in the classroom helping you at Anthem now?
So actually it aligned very well because what I do now, so I work with the vulnerability scanning team. So
What is that?
so we do all the scans within our company and subsidiaries with their servers for the most part. So we try to see what vulnerabilities that they have that are going to affect us in the long run. So it aligned with one of my classes I was taking with networking. So I'm learning how to get into the system the easy way, so I'm taking the hard way because I like to make things difficult. So that's working for me. It worked out though.
Oh, good. Good. So that networking classes you took
Yes.
are really helpful. That's good to know. So what advice would you give? They say current students, but I'm going to say to your old self on how to kind of make your experience. If you
I
could
would
speak to your old self, what would you say?
Okay, for me, I would say collaborate a lot more. I've
What do
learned.
you mean by that?
So there were sometimes we have like peer group meetups. I don't really like people. That's the problem. That's the other issue. I really don't like people. But over time with the classes, and some of the classes I had were some of the people I work with within our own company. So I would say collaborate with more people.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to talk. And that was the problem that I learned over time. And now I don't know how to shut up.
Same. So how do you stay connected here? Like this is an alumni podcast. So how are you staying connected with your Atlanta technical community? You mentioned your professors.
Professors, a lot of the classmates that I have, we share numbers or we share locations. So we plan meetups every now and then.
Okay.
Every now and then, yeah, alumni. It works for us. Everybody has a busy schedule.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, and then a lot of us are moving away. I'll be moving away next year, hopefully, if it goes as planned.
Interesting. So
But
you have to keep us
updated.
to stay connected.
Yes.
Okay, good. So my last question, because like you said, everybody's busy. How did the hands-on training and the practical skills, because that's the mission of technical learning or technical education, is that hands-on, get you right to work. How did that help you in your current career?
That's a good question. Hands-on wise, with the learning from the classes, it connected to what I was already doing in one of my rotations. So even though it was classroom based, I was doing more hands-on work wise, like going through the systems, finding vulnerabilities, pen testing, all of that. So it helped me hand wise on that part.
Got it. Well, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure talking with you, and we have met before, but
Yes.
It was a pleasure getting to learn more about you and how the computer information systems pathway that you were on, helps you become the great alumni you are today.
Thanks.
So, a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
As we come to the end of another episode, we want to thank you for tuning in and spending your valuable time with us, and for the alumni takeover edition at Atlanta Technical College. We hope that you found this episode to be informative and thought-provoking. If you enjoyed what you heard, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe, and share on your networks. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, we'd love to hear from you. So don't hesitate to reach out and let us know how we can improve. So until next time, continue to stay strong so that you can finish strong.